This is episode 3 of the Sharesies challenge. And in this episode, I really want to talk about why I actually invest. Let's get down to the actual core reason I invest my money every week and what are my goals. So, I've got this book here. It's called The Psychology of Money. You can search that up on Google and you'll definitely find the book. It's a very good book, and one of the main reasons why I invest is because I want to get my time back in the future. I want to sacrifice my money now, so that in the future I can have a lot of money. So that I can, instead of having to work for money, I can use that money and I can have time. So, one of the key ideas in this book, and there are multiple, but one of them is using money to gain control over your time. Because not having control of your time is such a powerful and universal drag on happiness. The ability to do what you want when you want, with whoever you want, for as long as you want, pays the highest dividend that actually exists in finance. So that's basically freedom. So money buys freedom, and it kind of makes sense back in the days. If you read The Richest Man in Babylon, if you were a slave, a lot of slaves could buy their freedom. It all came down to wealth, and a lot of the reasons some people became slaves was because they couldn't pay back their debt. So they became slaves because they couldn't pay back what they were obligated to. So that's why I invest. Quite simple. I want my time in the future, and this is a really good book. But let's jump into the portfolio and have a look. So you can see that the portfolio is down 10.3%. And we are currently at $33,867. And my total returns are currently down 3,960. And the amount I put in is 38,445. So I want to talk about the dividends that I've got this month, but I will just quickly walk through what I'm doing and how I'm investing if you are tuning into this episode and it's your first time. So let's go into the investments. You can see where I'm allocating my money. So I've got some in more penny stocks or not fully established companies. They don't pay dividends yet. It's more risky, but if you do get gains and it does pay off, like cancer research, then obviously there can be quite a lot of money to be made. So it's high risk, high reward. I completely understand that. But this is how I'm investing, and I only do that with a couple of my stocks. The majority of my stocks are actually in the S&P 500 now on my Invest Now challenge. So you can check that out if you haven't already. But I'm just quickly going through what I have in my auto buy. So this means every week it buys what I tell it to. So Kingsgate, Consolidated, Woodside, Energy Group, Champion Iron, Apple, Mainfreight, Home Depot, Goodman Group, so that's a property group, Costco, TrueScreen, that's another high risk, high reward company, cancer research, Water Tauranga, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, Vital Healthcare Property Trust. I've got Smartshares Australian, Top 20 ETF, PaySource, Infratel, Woolworth, Coles, and Chorus for all of these ones. And I have got some dividends this month, and I'll get to that soon. And I've got a spreadsheet so you can see how my dividends are going to be going through the year, and you can see how much I've invested and how much I've got in returns. So you can see Imugen, which was up kind of a lot more last week, has dropped down, and that's pulling the portfolio down. Otherwise, it's kind of very similar to last time. We can just scroll down here. Main freight's doing well. Pacific Edge, I probably will just hold this because there's no point selling it. Pay source down 12.95%. Porta Tauranga down 20%. So look, I'm down and I understand that absolutely completely. Vanguard S&P 500, that is up. So on my other challenge I'm doing, I'm basically investing into the Smart Shares version of the S&P 500, and we are putting around $400 a week into that, and that's what I'm going to be doing every single week for the rest of the year. So let's jump into the dividends. So this spreadsheet is completely free. You can download it from the link that I've put in the description, and all you have to do is download it and then open it in Google Sheets, and it's basically here. So I'll pull it back to 75%. It comes up with some graphs that you can't really see because my face is in the way, but we'll just quickly go through this sheet. So I've been paid from Costco this year on January, and I got $11.75. So it was in American dollars, but I converted it to New Zealand dollars just to keep it easy. Goodman Group is $3.16, and then the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing is $2.08, which currently puts me to a total of $16.99 for January. So how much have I actually invested? I can have a look over here, and I can see that I've invested $39,216, and when I add the dividends back into that, I'm looking at $39,231.58. So you can see the dividend yield for this year currently is 0.4%, which means I'm getting 0.04% dividend per year after tax. So that is the number down here. You should be able to see that quite clearly. That's the number there, and you can see the allocation and how much of the dividend has been paid from what specific company. So Costco has paid such a large dividend from all the money I have, and then the DMG has given me a small kind of fair share of dividend, and then the Taiwan Semiconductors is a smaller portion. But throughout the year, we're going to really see what's paying the dividend, what is paying the high dividends throughout the year. So let's just jump down to this here. This calculates how much passive income I'm actually making per week. And we can see here that it's actually only 33 cents per week. So it'll be quite interesting to see at the end of the year what that number will be. Will it be $5? Will that be $20? I'm not too sure. So it will be quite interesting to see. So that's it for the portfolio update. I really wanted to talk about why I actually invest, because I think that's very important. A lot of people talk about, where they're putting their money, but not actually the reasoning. Obviously you want to make more money, but what is the end goal? And I truly see money as something that gives you freedom. It gives you that time. It allows you to do what you want, when you want, with who you want, when you have enough of it. And that's the main reason I invest. So let's talk about why you invest. Drop a comment and just say why you invest. You might have different reasons than I do, and I would love to hear them. So that's it, and have a good one. I hope you got some value from this video. Ciao.